It is not too late to grow on TikTok. Yes, you might have not joined when in the prime time in 2020, 2021, or 2022, but you're here now and there's definitely so much opportunity to still grow on the TikTok platform. But you do have to take the consideration, the culture of the platform and how things are done, because I promise you it's not a dancing app the way it used to be. And if you believe that just having trending sounds is the way to grow on TikTok in 2023, I'm here to tell you that is not the case. That window where a trending sound could change your life overnight and you could just dance and do nothing no longer exists on TikTok anymore. Users are a lot more stingy and a lot more frugal about who they follow and who they engage with. A viral video can have zero impact in 2023, and that's just the truth. There are so many accounts that have had viral videos do, multiple million of views, but are still on less than 1,000 followers. So today's video is a strategy to help you actually build a community that want to follow, want to engage, and are invested in you. So let's get straight into it. When you first join TikTok, there's 3 different types of content that you should be trying to aim to make. First is your wide and viral content, and that's content that entertains the majority of people. And the reason you want to make that content is because that content allows the algorithm to push you out to more people. Because what the algorithm does is it pushes you out to the first 200 people. And depending on how many people actually engaged with your video or watched your video and the watch time on that video, it'll keep pushing you out to more. So if you make super niche down content being your first videos on TikTok, what happens is that out of those 200, only 3 of them engage because 3 of them were your niche. Therefore, you stay on 200. So the first type of content you're posting, what I want to see is like it's content that majority of people would be entertained by. So either it's before and afters, or you're anchoring your content on a celebrity or bigger name, something that intrigues the person to view your content. And then you'll see your content push out to more and more people. And the second category of content I want you to make is obviously value-based content. So once you've done wide and viral videos and you've had a video get some traction, people will not follow you off of that straight away. Some people will, but not everybody. Therefore, the second type of content you need to be making is value-based content. Because a lot of people, when they see one of your videos, they'll go to your page and look at your other videos. If they can't find content to binge or other content of value, they have no reason to click the follow button. So the second type of content you're making, the value content you're making, this is purely to get people to follow you. And then lastly is your niche down content. Once you've established those other 2 stages, then you want to make content in your third stage, which is your niche down content. So this is when you do the type of content of day in a life. This is what I ate in a day. Come with me for the day. Vlogs. Those are the type of content you want to be making, not at the beginning of your journey, but when you've built a little bit of a following. I typically advise that you do that after 10,000 followers, because you don't want to make it all about you. We are definitely in the era where people want to follow people that are giving, and there's a beautiful quote that says, "There is a gold mine in generosity. Be generous, give, and you'll get in return." Tip number 2, short form editing hacks. Yes, you heard me correctly. There are definitely tips and tricks of editing that can get people to engage into your videos or hold their attention. So you really do need to catch people within the first 5 seconds of their video. So what I often advise is use captions. So having your captions, instead of having it have 8 words where people are like reading it, that you've got it where it's 2 words and it keeps changing and it keeps rotating. That is definitely an editing hack that can get people to stay watching your video for longer. Tip number 2 when it comes to an editing hack is zoom. So if you're sitting down doing your makeup, or is a video where you're just talking and there isn't that much visual stimulators in your video, what I want you to do is just use the zoom. So do multiple cuts in your video, multiple edit cuts, and then what I want you to do is just go zoom a little bit in and then zoom out again and then zoom a little bit in. So there's like this constant small slight change that does register in our brain, and then suddenly your video is a little bit more engaging, and suddenly there feels like there's a bit more texture to your video, and the dopamines are clicking off and they're getting entertained, especially when it comes to TikTok. Tip number 3, visual aids. TikTok is the app of visual aids. Use a green screen wherever you can, whenever you can. Like literally, I can't emphasize enough, use a green screen. If you're talking about an article, screenshot the article and have it behind you. If you're talking about an email, screenshot the email. If you're talking about notes, screenshot the notes. If you're giving us a story time, If you can find pictures, even if it means go to Google Maps and just show us an image of where that place looked like or something, or I don't know, a mountain that you went camping in once upon a time and that's where you're giving us a story. Give us visual aids. Visual aids can be the difference between a video going viral and a video not going viral. That does take me nicely to my next point, which is tip number 5, which is using native features. So I will tell you that when you use green screen, your videos are pushed more than they would typically be, and that's because you're using a native feature. A native feature is a feature that is unique and is original to that platform. So green screen is an original filter effect to TikTok. Instagram does not have it, Snapchat does not have it, YouTube does not have it, but TikTok does. And there's multiple other filters that you'll see kind of go viral. Suddenly everyone's using these filters and you're like, oh, why am I seeing this filter? This fun filter about like how to do this, whatever, is coming up all over my FYP page. And the reason that is because TikTok is pushing it. Why is TikTok pushing it? If that video is then exported, and often they are, and they're exported because they're funny and they're exported onto different platforms, people will ask, oh my God, I want to use that filter, or I want to try that out. Where do I find it? Oh, TikTok. And suddenly they have to come onto TikTok to jump onto that trend or to jump onto that wave of, you know, using this filter for X thing. So either use those. I would advise, rather than jumping on a trending sound, it's better to jump on a trending filter because it allows you to talk and still demonstrate your personality and do your connection, but it is repeatedly pushed by TikTok. So anytime you can use features that are native to the platform, green screen video, green screen images, use them, because it definitely is something that then registers this content to be unique to TikTok. TikTok appreciates that when people make content within the app and are filming within the app. When you use native features, you're definitely going to be favored by the app much more. So my advice is to, whenever you can, if there is an opportunity, use native features on TikTok. Tip number 5 is the hook. I think you probably already heard about this, but the first 3 to 5 seconds are the most valuable time in your video. So make your hooks as enticing as possible. Do not wait to build up to a moment. Get to the moment quick. Within the first 3 seconds, get to the moment. If you are a musician, start your video just before the beat hits. Start your video when you're about to hit the ballad. Get to the best bit, because that's what makes me stay. Do not have the expectation to think that people are going to wait 10 to 15 seconds to get to the good part. They're not. Their attention span is non-existent. That's the culture on TikTok. So be very, very mindful of what the first 3 to 5 seconds of your video are doing. And lastly, tip number 6, it is consistency. The one that we all hate. You have to be consistent. You have to be there and be posting consistently. You don't need to be posting 3 times a day. You don't need to be posting 5 times a day. Those days of posting 3 to 5 times and that's what will make you go viral are kind of over. I'm not saying that they won't work, but I'm saying that is not what TikTok value now. They have an abundance of content. That is not what they appreciate. Before, it was like if you post 3 times a day, you have 3 times more chance than you had before. Just throwing what you can at the wall and seeing what would stick. That does no longer exist. Therefore, post once a day, but post, with intention. If you want to post twice a day, great, but you don't have to burn yourself out. It's so hard and realistic to be posting 3 videos a day that are good videos, so therefore be mindful of what you're posting, but just be consistent. If you just post once a day, but you're consistently just posting once a day, that's better than someone that decided to post 3 to 5 times a day and then quit after a month because they got burnt out, because it is so time consuming. And any of you that actually create content, creating TikToks and creating videos of value and of entertainment is not something easy to do. Does it come easier to some people than it does to others? 100%, but it's definitely not something easy to do. So therefore, don't burn yourself out. You need to be in this for the long run. You need to be in this for the long term. You need to lower your expectations. Therefore, you can remain joyful in the first 100 followers. Remember, everyone started off at 0, so don't get discouraged. Don't think, oh my God, it's not working for me. You need to stay consistent. If you're committing to this, let's commit to it for the long term and be loyal to the path and I promise you'll reap all the benefit. Okay, and that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and also comment if you want me to do part 2 of this video. There's definitely more tips and strategies that I can be providing, but I just want to start with the foundation before we build up. And let me know what areas in this video maybe that you want me to elaborate on, and then because this all gives me ideas for future videos and future ideas that I'll be giving you.